Good afternoon to one and all. Today we will discuss about the point is that the most important point in case of electrical machine is that commutation process. Okay, so process of commutation, or it may be commutation. Before discussing about the today's point, we will discuss regarding point covered in the previous lecture, that is demagnetizing and cross magnetizing ampere conductor. Okay, so what is mean by demagnetizing conductor? Those conductor will produce the effect or will produce the mmf which is directly in the opposite to that of main field flux. This conductor, it is called as demagnetizing conductor of armature reaction. And the cross magnetizing conductor, so the cross magnetizing conductor, it will produce the mmf in the right angle to that of main field flux or the main field winding flux. So this conductor, it will produces the effect of cross magnetizing. The conductor cross magnetizing चा effect produce करतात. So this is called as cross magnetizing conductor of armature reaction and the demagnetizing conductor of armature reaction. So demagnetizing conductor, the conductor which are laying under angle AOC and angle BOD, या अँगल मध्ये आणि या अँगल मध्ये जे कंडक्टर असतील, this conductor it will produces the effect of demagnetizing. That means the conductor which are laying under 2 theta mechanical degree on the either side, that means on the both side. So this conductor, it will produces the effect of demagnetizing. And the cross magnetizing we have discussed, the remaining conductor except the demagnetizing conductor, all other conductor, it will produces the effect of cross magnetizing. That means the conductor which are laying under angle AOD and the conductor which are laying under BOC, जे कंडक्टर BOC मध्ये प्रेझेंट आहेत, जे कंडक्टर AOD मध्ये प्रेझेंट आहे, so this conductor it will produces the effect of cross magnetizing. Okay, that means the mmf produced due to that conductor, it is in the right angle to that of main field flux. Main field flux च्या right angle मध्ये, so that we can call it as a cross magnetizing conductor of armature reaction. So these are the two effects we have discussed, that is demagnetizing effect of armature reaction, cross magnetizing effect of armature reaction. After that we have discussed the demagnetizing conductor. Also we have discussed the cross magnetizing conductor, and we have discussed regarding remedies to overcome the armature reaction. Armature reaction overcome करण्यासाठीचे remedies पण आपण बघितले. त्याच्यामध्ये first one remedies is that by using a compensating winding, and the second one remedies is by using the interpole technique or commutating pole technique. So commutating pole चा यूज करून किंवा इंटरपोल चा यूज करून आपण आर्मेचर रिएक्शन चा इफेक्ट काय करतो, रिड्यूस करतो. दॅट मीन्स वी आर रिड्यूसिंग द effect of armature reaction, that is we are neutralizing the cross magnetizing effect of armature reaction by using an interpole technique and by using an commutating winding technique. Okay, so I think all of you understand this part, that is armature reaction. त्याचे इफेक्ट कोणते, that is demagnetizing and cross magnetizing effect, which conductor produces the demagnetizing and which conductor produces the cross magnetizing effect, ते पण लक्षात आलं असेल. Also we have discussed the remedies to overcome the armature reaction. आर्मेचर रिएक्शन कमी करण्यासाठीचे काय उपाय आहेत ते पण आपण ऑलरेडी डिस्कस केले. ओके, याच्यामध्ये कोणाला काही डाऊट आहे का? इज देयर एनी डाऊट इन दिस पॉइंट? आर्मेचर रिएक्शनचा पॉइंट, त्याचे इफेक्ट, कोणते कंडक्टर तो इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस करतात आणि त्याच्यावरती उपाय काय? इज देयर एनी डाऊट इन दिस पॉइंट, that is armature reaction point? Give me reply. Yes, give me reply. Anyone? No one is present. Hello, I am asking some.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there any doubt in this section? That is armature reaction, remedies to overcome the armature reaction, and demagnetizing and cross magnetizing armature conductor. याच्यामध्ये कुणाला काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? आहे का?
No.
ओके. Okay, now we will discuss the next one point. This is a very important point, that is the commutation process. Okay, so process of commutation or the commutation process. First of all, do you know that commutator? All of you know the commutator? Commutator माहिती आहे का? What is the function of commutator? आपण construction मध्ये बघितलेलं आहे. That is the commutator. And what is the function of commutator? काय फंक्शन आहे कम्युटेटरचं? Hello. Function of commutator we have discussed at the time of construction of DC machine. Construction of DC machine understand करताना आपण we have already discussed, that is commutator. Commutator असतं मी सांगितलं, that means on the rotor part there are some of the commutator segment is present which are mounted on the shaft. And what is the function of that commutator? It is the cylindrical drum like structure. So function काय असतं कम्युटेटरचं? Anyone? What is the function of commutator?
Convert DC to AC.
Convert DC to AC or AC to DC? DC to AC करतं का AC to DC करतं? बर. वेवफॉर्म आपण बघितली EMF इक्वेशन डिराइव करताना, whether it is sinusoidal waveform or it may be whether it is that means a DC waveform. EMF generated in the DC generator कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये होता? अल्टरनेटिंग फॉर्म मध्ये होता का डायरेक्ट फॉर्म मध्ये होता? कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये होता? आपण सिंपल लूप जनरेटर एक सिंगल टर्न कन्सिडर केली होती, ती ज्यावेळेस मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मधून रोटेट होते, at that situation it will cuts the magnetic lines of force. If the magnetic lines of force cutted by that of conductor, then EMF is induced in a conductor. त्याची वेवफॉर्म अल्टरनेटिंग क्वांटिटी होती का डायरेक्ट क्वांटिटी होती?
अल्टरनेटिंग.
अल्टरनेटिंग होती ना. अशी आली होती का डायरेक्ट क्वांटिटी होती, दॅट इज DC होती?
अल्टरनेटिंग.
Okay, so function of commutator is that convert this alternating quantity into an direct quantity. Output of generator कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये असतं? DC फॉर्म मध्ये, right? But the induced EMF in the generator, it is in the form of AC. So we want to convert this alternating quantity into direct quantity so that we required commutator. Okay, so that means the function of commutator is to convert the alternating quantity into direct quantity, that is AC to DC. So the function of commutator, it is similar to that of rectifier, right? No, I have tell already the function of commutator, it is converting AC to DC. That means converting alternating quantity into a unidirectional current, or alternating current into an unidirectional current. So this will happen by using a commutator. So this will be act as a rectifier, similar function to that of rectifier. Rectifier सारखं function करतं, we have already discussed. Now the commutator, we will discuss regarding commutator. That is commutator, it is a cylindrical drum like structure. Cylindrical drum like structure आहे. It is mounted on the top shaft, and it is having a number of segment. त्याला number of segment असतात. Okay, so this segment and the current traveling from the armature conductor, this current, it will be converted into an direct quantity by using a commutator, and this generated current, it can be collected by using a brush. ब्रशचा यूज करून तो जनरेट होणारा करंट आपण कलेक्ट करतो, and this current, it can be fed to that of external circuitry or the external load. तो करंट एक्सटर्नल सर्किटरीला किंवा एक्सटर्नल लोडला काय करतो आपण, फेड करतो. Okay, now see all of you note that the current flowing from armature circuit, that is current flowing from the armature circuit, it is either all current, it is towards the positive brush, or it may be it is away from that of negative brush. Meaning of the sentence, it will be same. I will draw the diagram first, then you will able to understand. So commutator, it is nothing but it is the cylindrical drum like structure. एक cylindrical drum like structure आहे. It is having an number of segment, it will be present. याच्यामध्ये segment असतील. One segment, this one is segment, third one, fourth one segment, fifth one. So these are having a number of segment which are present on commutator segment or commutator. Now the brushes are attached with that of, or brushes are pressed against the slip ring. Slip ring la brush काय केलेत, press केलेत. Okay, and these each and every segment having an that is winding, or it may be armature coil. आपण हे बघितलं, types of winding बघितले, that is wave winding and lap winding. So in case of wave winding, wave like structure, it will be connected to the commutator segment, and in case of lap winding, the finishing end of first coil, here is the starting end of another one coil. जिथं finishing end of first one coil असेल, suppose these are the commutator segment, हे commutator segment आहे 1 2 3 4 like this, these are the commutator segment. So first winding, it will be start from here, इथून जर start झाली, the finishing end of this first one coil, where the starting end of another one coil, इथंच starting end असेल another one coils. Okay, second coil's starting end असेल. So this type of winding, it is nothing but these types of winding, it is nothing but a lap winding. So there are winding or the armature winding, it can be attached to each and every commutator segment. प्रत्येक commutator segment ला काय असेल, winding असेल. Okay, so I will draw here the winding. Here it is, winding is there. Okay, so हे काय याच्यामध्ये armature coil आहेत किंवा armature winding आहे. So current flowing from this winding, suppose the rotation of generator, it is in the clockwise direction. There are two parallel path. Suppose there are two parallel path. Current flowing from this is nothing but IA. So this current, it will be divided into two parallel path. दोन parallel path मध्ये divide होईल. So this will be, one is current flowing from this side, that is IA divided by 2, and another one current flowing from this side, that is IA divided by 2. Okay, see sentence one sentence I am telling, the current flowing from armature, or the current in the each and every coil, current in the armature coil, or it may be current flowing from each and every coil, it is either all towards the brush positive axis, or it may be it is away from that of negative axis or negative brush. See, there are two brushes, one is negative brush, one is the positive brush. Current flowing from this coil, या coil मधून flow होणारा current जो आहे, it is always towards the positive brush, always towards the positive brush, meaning of that निगेटिव्ह कडून पॉझिटिव्ह कडे फ्लो होतोय, राईट? बरोबर ना? हॅलो, current flowing through that of armature coil, it is always toward the negative brush to the positive brush, or always towards the positive brush, or always away from that of negative brush. Meaning of all three sentence remains same. तिन्ही sentence remain same आहे. जो करंट फ्लो होतोय एकतर तो ऑलवेज टुवर्ड्स द पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश असेल, म्हणजे पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश कडे आहे, दॅट मीन्स अवे फ्रॉम दॅट ऑफ निगेटिव्ह ब्रश आहे, म्हणजे निगेटिव्ह ब्रश कडून फ्लो होतो. ओके, सो दॅट मीन्स इट इज फ्लोईंग फ्रॉम निगेटिव्ह ब्रश टू द पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश. ऑल ऑफ यू कीप इन माइंड दिस सेंटेन्स. द करंट फ्लोईंग फ्रॉम ईच अँड एव्हरी कॉइल or each and every conductor of armature, the current is flowing always towards the positive brush, or it may be it is directed away from that of negative brush. So therefore current in that coil, it will be reverses, as the coil it will be passing from one pole to another pole. ज्यावेळेस कॉइल एका पोल पासून दुसऱ्या पोल कडे पास होईल, at that situation the current direction it will be reverses. What I am telling, current हा armature coil मधून फ्लो होणारा current always it is flowing from negative to positive. That means it is towards the positive and it is away from the negative. Negative brush कडून positive brush कडे फ्लो होतो, त्याचंच meaning towards the positive, म्हणजे पॉझिटिव्ह कडे कुठून, निगेटिव्ह कडून. ओके, सी, so the current flowing through the armature conductor or the armature coil, it will be reverses its direction, it will be reverses its direction when it will be passing from one pole to another pole. ज्या वेळेस बघा, सपोज आय एम ड्रॉइंग हियर द पोल, हा एक पोल आहे असं कन्सिडर करा. हियर इट इज एन पोल and here it is S pole. Okay, these are the armature part, it is nothing but rotating part. Yes, armature part rotating part आहे ना. ब्रशेस आर स्टेशनरी, ब्रशेस काय असतील, स्टेशनरी असतील. हा रोटेटिंग पार्ट आहे. सपोज आय एम कन्सिडरिंग दिस कॉइल, ही कॉइल मी कन्सिडर केली. नाउ at this situation this coil it will be under the n pole and current flowing from this is nothing but like this. याच्यामधून करंट फ्लो होतो, that is negative to positive. निगेटिव्ह ब्रश कडून पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश कडे काय होतोय, करंट फ्लो होतोय. when this coil it will be rotate and it will be comes under this S pole, ज्यावेळेस ही कॉइल S pole च्या अंडर मध्ये येईल, at that situation the direction of current flowing from that coil it will be reverses. ओके, त्यावेळेस त्या कॉइल मधून फ्लो होणाऱ्या करंटची डिरेक्शन काय होईल, चेंज होईल. ओके, वाय इट विल बी चेंज, कारण करंटची ब्रश मधून फ्लो होणाऱ्या करंटची डिरेक्शन सेम आहे, ती निगेटिव्ह टू पॉझिटिव्ह व्हायला पाहिजे. दॅट मीन्स टुवर्ड्स द पॉझिटिव्ह or it may be away from the positive, away from the negative. Okay, so the current flowing through the coil when it will be passing from one pole to another pole, at that situation it will be reverses. current ची direction काय होते, reverse होते. so this reversal of current, this reversal of current in the coil when coil is passing from one pole to another pole or the one brush to another brush, this process is called as commutation. See, I am writing here definition, that is the reversal of current, the reversal of current, the reversal of current in the coil when the coil is passing from one pole to another pole, passing from one pole to another pole, or one brush to another brush. Okay, one brush to another brush. So this process is called as commutation. This process is called as commutation. That is it called as okay. See, मी काय सांगितलं? The reversal of current in the coil when the coil passing from one pole to another pole, or coil passing from one brush to another brush, then the reversal of current, it will be happen in that coil. So this reversal of current in the coil when the coil passing from one pole to another pole, or one brush to another brush, this process is called as commutation. लक्षात आली डेफिनेशन? गिव्ह मी रिप्लाय.
Yes, sir.
गेटिंग? काय डाऊट आहे का याच्यामध्ये? सिंपल डेफिनेशन इज देअर. द रिव्हर्सल ऑफ करंट इन द कॉइल when coil passing from one pole to another pole, or it is called as one brush to another brush. That means when it is passing from brush axis. Suppose हा जर brush axis असेल, this one is the brush axis, negative to positive brush. ज्यावेळेस ही जी काय कॉइल आहे, आपण जी कन्सिडर केलेली कॉइल, सपोज दिस इज कॉइल ए, ही ब्रश ऍक्सिस ज्यावेळेस पास करेल, म्हणजे इथून इकडे ज्यावेळेस ट्रान्सफर होईल, बिकॉज इट इज रोटेटिंग पार्ट आहे ना. सो कॉइल पण काय होते, रोटेट होते, किंवा आर्मेचर कंडक्टर जे काय त्या स्लॉट मध्ये प्लेस केलेले आहेत, दिस कंडक्टर इज ऑल्सो रोटेटिंग. सो वेन दिस कॉइल, it will be passing from brush axis, or it will passing from one pole to another pole. At that situation, the reversal of current, it will be happen in that coil. त्या coil मध्ये reversal of current happen होतं. So this process is called as commutation. त्या process ला commutation म्हणतात. Okay, so all of you keep in mind definition. The reversal of current in the coil when the coil is passing from one pole to another pole, or coil is passing from one brush to another brush, is called as commutation. Or we can call it as the reversal of current in the coil when the coil is passing from brush axis. ज्यावेळेस coil brush axis pass करते, at that situation current direction is reverses. So this process is called as commutation. त्या प्रोसेसला काय म्हणतो आपण? कम्युटेशन म्हणतो. ओके, गेटिंग? हे लक्षात आलं का?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means the current generated in the coil, that is EMF induced in the coil, it is in alternating quantity. This alternating quantity current, it can be converted into an unidirectional current. हा जो काय करंट आहे तो युनिडायरेक्शनल करंट मध्ये आपण कन्वर्ट करतो. So this process is nothing but commutation, and unidirectional current is nothing but DC. So we are converting alternating quantity into an direct quantity. Alternating quantity चं कन्वर्जन आपण कशामध्ये करतोय? डायरेक्ट क्वांटिटी मध्ये करतोय. ओके, गेटिंग? हे लक्षात आलं?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now how the process it will be happen, we will discuss that. So it is very important point and a very interesting point is there, how the commutation it will be happen. See, for that we will discuss regarding by considering any two commutator segment. That means our understanding we will consider one commutator. It is in the simplest form. Commutator आपण एका simple form मध्ये consider करूया, and then we will understand that. Okay, see, I will draw the diagram for that. ही diagram draw केली का तुम्ही? Only for understanding of commutator I have drawn here diagram. I will clear that diagram now. See, here it is also given the same definition. It has been seen that the current in the armature conductor of DC generator are alternating. To make their flow unidirectional in the external circuit, we need a commutator, and these current flow in one direction when armature conductor or the coil which are under N pole, and in the opposite direction when they are under S pole. म्हणजे ज्या वेळेस ती पोल चेंज करेल, at that situation त्याची डिरेक्शन काय होईल? पहिल्या डिरेक्शनच्या अपोजिट असेल. ओके, so see, as conductor pass out of the influence of N pole and enter that of S pole, the current is them reversed. त्याच्यामधला करंट काय होतो? रिव्हर्स होतो. So this reversal of current, it will be happen within a fraction of second. Okay, so हे जे काय रिव्हर्सल आहे ते मिनिमम टाइम मध्ये हॅपन होतो, दॅट इज विदिन अ फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ सेकंड. So because the speed of the machine, it will be high, or it may be armature of the motor or armature of the generator, it will be rotating in the speed like 1500 revolution per minute. So this process, it will be happen within a fraction of second. And if this process, if it is happen in the given period of commutation, ज्यावेळेस ही त्या दिलेल्या पिरियड मध्ये जर कंप्लीट होत असेल, then this process is called as ideal commutation. त्या कम्युटेशनला आपण आयडियल कम्युटेशन म्हणतो. म्हणजे गिवन स्पेसिफिक टाइम मध्ये ते कम्युटेशन प्रोसेस कंप्लीट होते. सो दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड as ideal commutation. And in case of practical commutation, there are some of the practical difficulties it will be occur. See, for our understanding, we will consider one of the simple commutator or commutator. It is in the simplest form. So I will draw the diagram for that. All of you draw. Here it is A, here it is B, and these are the two brushes. Okay, see, these are the brushes, two brushes P, and suppose these brush are Q. हा brush P आहे and brush Q आहे. See, for our understanding of commutator process, or it may be commutation process, for our simplicity understanding the action of commutator, we are considering one of the simplest form of commutator. As we people know that is commutator are divided into number of segment. Commutator जे आहे ते number of segment मध्ये divide केलेलं असतं, जसं मी आता सांगितलं. So you people know that the commutator which are divided into number of segment, or these segments are insulated from each other. ते जे काय segment असतात, these segment are insulated from each other. Also it is insulated from shaft of the generator also, किंवा shaft of the machine. ते जे काय कम्युटेटरचे सेगमेंट आहेत ते मशीनच्या शाफ्ट पासून पण इन्सुलेट असतात, as well as these segment are insulated from each other. ते एकमेकापासून पण इन्सुलेटेड असतात. Okay, so these are insulated from each other. So we are just considering the commutator segment. एक commutator segment आपण consider करतोय. So we are considering here two segment, and these two segment are divided into two half, or it may be two part. हे दोन segment दोन part मध्ये काय केले? Divide केले. Okay, so see, suppose commutator segment A and the commutator segment B, and in between that there is a some of the insulation it will be present. या दोन्हीच्या मध्ये काय आहे, एक insulation part आहे. That means insulation, do you know that always in between the commutator segment there is a some of the insulation it will be present. So insulation, either it may be paper insulation or it may be mica insulation. Okay, so these types of insulation it will be present. That is, commutator segment are insulated from each other. Okay, commutator segment are insulated from each other. Also it is insulated from the shaft also. Shaft पासून पण insulate केलेले असतात. Okay, now see, when we taken these two commutator segment and if we divide these two commutator segment into two half or maybe two part, दोन part मध्ये काय केले, divide केले. So it will be like as a one ring like structure. हे ring like structure दिसते ना, if I have joined here it will be like a ring like structure. So this ring like structure it is nothing but split ring or we can call it as a slip ring. त्यालाच आपण split ring किंवा काय म्हणतो, slip ring म्हणतो. Okay, and the P and Q, here it is P is shown and the Q is shown. So this P and Q are the brushes of the machine. हे दोन brushes काय आहेत, मशीनचे ब्रश आहेत. Okay, okay, so see, we know that these two are the brushes and the brush of the machine are stationary. Brushes चे मशीनचे ब्रश जे काय आहेत stationary आहे. The function of brush is to collect the current from that of commutator or it may be current from that of armature conductor. Armature conductor करून काय करायचं, current घ्यायचं. Now see, I will draw another one diagram. So same here, I will consider one of the coil or it may be one of the turns. एक turn मी consider करतोय. Same diagram here. This is the one commutator segment A. It will be divided into two half. That is A, and next one commutator segment is nothing but B. The brushes are stationary. Brush काय आहेत, stationary आहेत. This one is the P positive brush and here it is Q is nothing but one brush. Okay, now we consider a one turn of the generator. That means a two conductor form a one turns. So that means we are considering here a two conductor which are connected to form one of the turns. एक turn form झालेले बघा. So see, in this direction, this one is the conductor 1. It will be carrying a current in this direction. Conductor 2, it will be carry a current in this direction. Conductor 2 या direction न current carry करतोय. Conductor 1 हा या direction न current carry करतोय. Okay. So see, and this circuit it can be connected to external load, that is it is connected to external resistance. हा काय करतोय आपण, external resistance ला connect करतोय, that is R. Okay, see, as per our previous definition, पाठीमागच्या definition नुसार current flowing from conductor or the current flowing from armature conductor, it is always towards the positive brush. It is always towards the positive brush. तो जो काय फ्लो होणारा करंट आहे हा करंट always towards the positive brush. Okay, positive brush कडेच फ्लो होतो हे मी मगाशी सांगितलं. or it is away from that of negative brush. Away from that of negative brush म्हणजे याचा अर्थ काय झाला, निगेटिव्ह ब्रश कडून पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश कडे फ्लो होतो. राईट, राईट नो, हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, so that I will show the direction. बघा, Q कडून P कडे फ्लो होतोय म्हणून या कंडक्टरची डिरेक्शन मी डाउनवर्ड कन्सिडर केली. या कंडक्टर मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट हा कंडक्टर आहे. This one is the first one conductor, this one is the second one conductor, and we connect it so that it will form a one turn. एक turn form झालेले. So current flowing from conductor 1, it is in the downward direction, that means towards the positive brush. Current flowing from conductor 2, it is in the upward direction, that means it is towards the positive brush. That means current it will be flowing like this, right? याच्यामधून कसा करंट फ्लो होईल, असा फ्लो होईल ना. हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, here we are considering a two conductor which are connected to commutator segment. It will form say one of the turns, and the current flowing from conductor 1, it is towards the positive brush, current flowing from conductor B, it is in the upward direction, that means away from the top negative brush. हा P जो आहे तो पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश आहे, हा Q जो आहे तो निगेटिव्ह ब्रश आहे. Now at that situation, here it is poles of the machine we also represent. That means here it is N pole of the machine, here it is S pole of the machine. हा मशीनचा N pole आहे आणि हा मशीनचा S pole आहे. Okay, so this is the simplest diagram. Now this armature conductor and the commutator segment, it is rotating part. हे rotating part आहेत ना. आर्मेचर कंडक्टर आणि कम्युटेटर सेगमेंट, बिकॉज इट इज माउंटेड ऑन शाफ्ट. शाफ्ट वरती कम्युटेटरचे शाफ्ट वरती आर्मेचर असेल, आर्मेचर वरती स्लॉट असतील, स्लॉट मध्ये कंडक्टर असतील. सो शाफ्ट रोटेटिंग, दॅट मीन्स इट इज आर्मेचर इज ऑल्सो रोटेटिंग. इफ द आर्मेचर रोटेटिंग, दॅट मीन्स कंडक्टर इज ऑल्सो रोटेटिंग. सिमिलरली द कम्युटेटर सेगमेंट इज ऑल्सो ऑन द शाफ्ट ऑफ द मशीन, मशीनच्या शाफ्ट वरती असतील. सो दिस विल ऑल्सो रोटेटिंग, ते पण काय होतील, rotating. See, at that situation, here the current flowing from conductor 1 is towards the positive brush, that is P brush. Current flowing from conductor 2, it is away from the top negative brush. Negative brush कडून flow होतोय positive brush कडे. Okay, so current direction I have also shown. Now I will draw the second diagram for one instant. That means I will draw here one diagram, that is similar diagram I will draw here. Here it is one commutator segment, another one, here it is one commutator segment, that is here it is B, and here it is A, here it is one conductor. Similarly, here it is another one conductor. These are the brushes. These are the another one brush. This one is the P brush. This one is the Q brush. Again, it is connected to the top load resistance R. Load resistance R ला काय केले? Connect केले. See, here the poles of the machine, it is nothing but here it is N pole. Another one poles of the machine, it is nothing but S pole. हा मशीनचा N pole आणि S pole आहे. See, now when the armature of the machine, it will be rotating, ज्यावेळेस मशीनचा आर्मेचर रोटेट होईल, at that situation what will happen? When the armature of the machine, it will be rotating, that means armature conductor along with that it will be also rotating. If the armature conductor also rotating, that means the commutator segment is also rotating, right? बरोबर ना? हॅलो, हा रिप्लाय द्या मला. कम्युटेटर सेगमेंट रोटेट होतील का नाही? हॅलो, हा. सो आर्मेचर वरतीच कम्युटेटर आहेत. जर आर्मेचर रोटेट होत असेल किंवा शाफ्ट रोटेट होत असेल, म्हणजेच कम्युटेटर सेगमेंट पण रोटेट होणार आहे, आर्मेचर कंडक्टर पण रोटेट होणार आहे. दॅट मीन्स ऍट दिस इन्स्टंट व्हेन द कंडक्टर 1 ऍट दॅट सिच्युएशन, या पहिल्या फिगर मध्ये बघा, कंडक्टर 1 इट इज इन अंडर द इन्फ्लुएन्स ऑफ N पोल, कंडक्टर 2 अंडर द इन्फ्लुएन्स ऑफ S पोल. या फर्स्ट वन फिगर मध्ये ज्यावेळेस हे रोटेट होतील, at that situation conductor 2 comes under the influence of S pole and the conductor 1 it will be comes under the influence of S pole. कंडक्टर 2 हा N पोलच्या इन्फ्लुएन्स मध्ये येईल, कंडक्टर 1 हा S पोलच्या इन्फ्लुएन्स मध्ये येईल, राईट? ज्यावेळेस रोटेट होईल त्यावेळेस पोझिशन चेंज होईल का त्याची? मगाशी डायग्राम मध्ये सांगितल्याप्रमाणे होईल ना? हॅलो,
Yes, sir.
okay, so that means when the armature of the machine it will be rotating, so conductor 2 it will be comes under the N pole and conductor 1 it will be comes under the S pole. And do you know that the condition is that current flowing from each and every conductor, it is always towards the positive brush. कोणता पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश आहे याच्यामधला? कोणता पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश आहे? हॅलो, पॉझिटिव्ह ब्रश कोणता आहे? पी आहे का क्यू आहे?
P.
P brush is positive brush, Q brush is negative brush. What is the sentence at the first time? That is, current flowing through the armature coil, it is always towards the positive brush. Always towards the positive brush म्हणजे P brush कडे current ची direction पाहिजे. So that current flowing from load resistance, it will be like this. Load resistance मधून flow होणारा current काय असेल? या direction ला असेल. Now see, the conductor position, it will be changes because of the rotation. Rotation मुळे conductor position change झाली. Tell me in the first figure, what is the direction of current flowing through the conductor 1? Conductor 1 मधून flow होणाऱ्या current ची direction कुठे होती? पहिल्या फिगर मध्ये
Q to P.
Q to P नाही, ती डिरेक्शन सेम आहे, बट वेदर इट इज डाउनवर्ड और अपवर्ड?
Downward.
फर्स्ट फिगर मध्ये म्हणतोय मी, नॉट अपवर्ड, इट इज डाउनवर्ड. कंडक्टर 1 इथं आहे, कंडक्टर 2 इथं आहे, याच्यामध्ये कंडक्टर 2 इथं आहे, कंडक्टर 1 इथं आहे, बिकॉज द पोझिशन चेंज झाली. इन द फर्स्ट फिगर, when the conductor 1, it will be laying under N pole, at that situation it will carry a direction of current in the downward. याच्यामधून फ्लो होणाऱ्या करंट ची डायरेक्शन डाउनवर्ड असेल. when it will comes under the S pole, that means if it is position, it will be changed. When it will be comes under the S pole, at that situation, what is the direction of current? करंटची डिरेक्शन काय आहे?
Upward.
अपवर्ड डिरेक्शन. बघा, ज्या वेळेस तो एन पोलच्या अंडर मध्ये आहे त्यावेळेस त्याची डिरेक्शन डाउनवर्ड आहे कंडक्टर 1 ची. ज्या वेळेस तो एस पोल मध्ये आहे त्यावेळेस त्याची डिरेक्शन काय झाली? अपवर्ड झाली, म्हणजे अपोजिट टू दॅट ऑफ प्रिव्हियस वन. सिमिलरली फॉर कंडक्टर 2, कंडक्टर 2 मधून बघा, when it is under S pole, ज्या वेळेस तो S पोलच्या अंडर मध्ये आहे पहिल्या फिगर मध्ये, at that situation it will carry a current in upward direction, right? And in second figure, when it will be comes under the N pole, at that situation it will carry a current in the downward direction, right? No, बरोबर ना? हॅलो,
Yes, sir.
okay. So meaning of that, काय meaning झालं याचं बघा. when the current or the when the conductor or the coil, it will be passing from one pole to another pole. ज्या वेळेस ती कॉइल एका पोल पासून दुसऱ्या पोल कडे पास होईल, at that situation the direction of current flowing from that coil, it will be reverses. Getting? त्याच्या कॉइल मधून फ्लो होणाऱ्या करंटची डिरेक्शन काय होते? रिव्हर्स होते ना? होते का? हॅलो,
Yes, sir.
ओके. सो दिस कन्सेप्ट, इट इज नथिंग बट कम्युटेशन. हा जो काय कन्सेप्ट आहे, दॅट इज रिव्हर्सल ऑफ करंट. इट विल बी हॅपन when the coil passing from one pole to another pole, or the coil passing from brush axis, or the coil it will be passing from one brush to another brush. एका पोल कडून दुसऱ्या पोल कडे ज्या वेळेस कंडक्टर और कॉइल जाईल, किंवा एका ब्रश कडून दुसऱ्या ब्रश कडे कॉइल जाईल, किंवा ब्रश ऍक्सिस कॉइल ज्या वेळेस शिफ्ट करेल, at that situation the direction of current flowing from that coil, it will be reverses, and this process of reversal is called as commutation process. ती जी काय रिव्हर्सल ची प्रोसेस आहे, so this process it is called as reversal of current, or it is nothing but commutation process. I think all of you understood the concept related to that. याचं जे काही डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन आहे ते आपण घेणार आहे, बट बिफोर दॅट ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टँड द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ दॅट कम्युटेशन. कम्युटेशनचा कन्सेप्ट लक्षात आलाय का? इज देअर
हो सर.
लक्षात आला? सो दॅट इज रिव्हर्सल ऑफ करंट इन द कॉइल when the coil passing from one pole to another pole, or the coil passing from one brush to another brush, or the coil passing brush axis ज्यावेळेस पास करते, then the reversal of current it will be happen. So this process is called as commutation process. This process is called as commutation process. See, at the same time the splittering also shift their position. किंवा कम्युटेटर सेगमेंट जे दाखवलेत आपण ए आणि बी ने, दॅट इज स्प्लिटरिंग्स, इट विल ऑल्सो शिफ्ट देअर पोझिशन. त्यांनी पण पोझिशन शिफ्ट केली ना? हॅलो,
Yes sir.
okay, that means the split ring or it may be commutator segment, because it is rotating part. ते सगळे रोटेटिंग पार्ट आहेत, कारण ते रोटेट होत असल्यामुळे एकदा एन पोलच्या अंडर मध्ये असतील, एस पोलच्या अंडर मध्ये. सो वी आर कन्सिडरिंग हियर ओनली 2 पोल. मशीन इट इज हॅव्हिंग एन मे बी 4 पोल, 6 पोल, 8 पोल, 32 पोल. ओके, एका पोल कडून दुसऱ्या पोल कडे ज्यावेळेस कंडक्टर पास होतोय, at that situation it will reverses that is current direction, it will be reverses of that of conductor. त्या कंडक्टरची करंट डिरेक्शन काय होते? रिव्हर्स होते. ओके, see here do you know that the EMF generated in the generator or the current generated in the generator, it is the alternating quantity like this. Suppose I am drawing here करंट इन द कंडक्टर. कंडक्टर मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट जो आहे, इट इज इन द अल्टरनेटिंग क्वांटिटी. ओके, एकदा पॉझिटिव्ह डिरेक्शन, एकदा निगेटिव्ह डिरेक्शन फ्लो होतोय, राईट? बघा, एकदा एक नंबरच्या कंडक्टर मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट हा डाऊनवर्ड डिरेक्शन आहे. ज्यावेळेस तो अंडर एस पोल येईल, त्याची डिरेक्शन चेंज होते, म्हणजे अपवर्ड डिरेक्शन. सो इट विल बी लाईक दिस, अ साइन वेव लाईक दिस. एकदा पॉझिटिव्ह, एकदा निगेटिव्ह, एकदा पॉझिटिव्ह, एकदा निगेटिव्ह, राईट? सो दिस इज द डायग्राम फॉर करंट फ्लोइंग इन द कंडक्टर. कंडक्टर मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट. बट द करंट फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम रेजिस्टर, रेजिस्टर मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट कोणती डिरेक्शन न फ्लो होतोय दोन्ही कंडिशन मध्ये? करंट फ्लोइंग थ्रू द लोड रेजिस्टन्स, लोड रेजिस्टन्स मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट कोणत्या डिरेक्शन न फ्लो होतोय?
पॉझिटिव्ह टू निगेटिव्ह.
बघा, या पहिल्या फिगर मध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह टू निगेटिव्ह म्हणजे इथून इकडे फ्लो होतोय. सपोज दिस इज फॉरवर्ड डिरेक्शन. ओके, सेकंड कंडिशन मध्ये इथून इकडे फ्लो होतोय म्हणजे फॉरवर्ड डिरेक्शन. आणखी एखादी कंडिशन कन्सिडर केली तरी याच्यामधून फ्लो होणारा करंट, लोड करंट मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट हा असाच फ्लो होईल, राईट? बघा, दोन्ही कंडिशन मध्ये या कंडक्टर मधून फ्लो होणारा करंट त्याची डिरेक्शन चेंज झाली, बट देयर इज अ करंट फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम लोड किंवा आउटपुट साइडचा जो काही करंट आहे त्याची डिरेक्शन चेंज झाली का?
नो.
नो. दॅट मीन्स युनिडायरेक्शनल करंट इट विल बी ऑब्टेन्ड. युनिडायरेक्शनल करंट इट विल बी ऑब्टेन्ड म्हणजे एकाच डिरेक्शन न फ्लो होणारा करंट ऑब्टेन होईल. सो this current it will be like this in the first situation, again in the second situation, again in the third situation, like this. So current flowing from, आता ही magnitude change असेल, suppose magnitude constant असेल तर ideal commutation ला magnitude direct अशी येईल. Okay, so see, so whether this quantity is AC or DC, ही जी डायग्राम मी ड्रॉ केली, whether it is AC or DC,
DC.
okay, that means the meaning of that, the unidirectional current it will be obtained when the current in the one coil or the coil it will be passing from one pole to another pole. एका पोल कडून दुसऱ्या पोल कडे ज्यावेळेस कंडक्टर पास होतोय किंवा ती कॉइल ज्यावेळेस एका पोल कडून दुसऱ्या पोल कडे पास होते, at that situation it will changes their current direction. That means reversal of direction, it will be happen. Reversal of direction, it will be happen, and the current flowing from load or the current flowing from external circuitry, it will be in the unidirectional. Okay, याच्यामधून फ्लो होणारा करंट काय आहे, युनिडायरेक्शनल आहे. सो मीनिंग ऑफ युनिडायरेक्शनल, इट इज नथिंग बट DC current, it will be obtained. DC current, it will be obtained. Current flowing through the conductor कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये, सायनोसाइडल फॉर्म मध्ये. आउटपुट साइडला ऑब्टेन होणारा करंट कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये, DC फॉर्म मध्ये. सो दॅट मीन्स इट विल कन्वर्ट AC quantity into DC quantity. So that means we can call it as the function of commutator, it is like as a rectifier. त्याचं जे फंक्शन आहे, it is like as a rectifier. Okay, so function of a commutator, it is like as a rectifier. That means it will convert a sinusoidal quantity into an unidirectional current. Sinusoidal quantity into an unidirectional current. Okay, I think all of you understand the concept related to commutation. याच्यामध्ये कोणाला काही डाऊट आहे का?
No, sir.
Okay, so detailed explanation regarding commutation process. We will take this detailed explanation in the next lecture, that is in the tomorrow's lecture. We will discuss regarding detail in the commutation process. Okay, त्याच्यामध्ये आपण commutation process detail बघूया. So we will conclude this today's lecture. Just wait, I want to take attendance.